We'll start with English questions first and followed by English.
Congratulations once again, Mikey, on your victory tonight. What can you tell me from last week's performance that almost felt in a similar way in the way that the team dominated? How did it vary from that? And then can you also talk to me about that Danish connection with Marcus and others as well?
Yeah, I would say that it's a good start to the season. You know, that's a good St. Louis team and really well coached, and you can see how different they are from last year. And you know, my prediction is that will be a very good team in the league. And so you go against a team that you knew was going to challenge you, and what kind of mentality you have in the preparation. And what we said is we show up every day in terms of making sure we have a no regret mentality. From the moment we get out of the car to the moment we get back in our car, we make sure we do everything possible so that we're as prepared as possible to give ourselves a chance to win the game. And we've asked ourselves, why do we do that? Of course we do that because we like to win. And individual players do that because they want to have a career. But for us, it's deeper than that. We do it because we love it. We love each other, we love our football, we love our city, we love our club. And so we feel that extra responsibility. And when you do that over and over again, you have chances to do this. Now the challenge is, how do you maintain that and progress it, right? This should only be the beginning for us if we maintain that mentality. And then, of course, so happy for Marcus to get another goal, and for Anders, who's been so good for us. So I think he's the 10th goal scorer for the team so far, and then Marcus getting this double digit. And then we do that, the facility players and staff, but it goes further because you can see the environment with the fans and how it continues to grow and evolve, and how they bring that energy to help us in these moments, and really making this a very difficult place, I think, for teams to come. And then a huge credit to our grounds crew, because the pitch is flying right now, you know. And when you have a pitch like that with guys like this as committed as they are in an environment with fans like that, I think you have the possibility for special nights.
Congratulations on your win, Mikey. Back-to-back games now, your team has scored in the first 15 minutes of each half. What do you attribute the fast starts to?
Wanting to play with initiative and always going after the game to score goals, and having that mentality that we want to impact the flow of the game right away. And we want to get after it early and often.
We'll go back there to Chase.
Hi, Mikey. Pablo obviously off the suspension after the first game, but you guys decided to go with Durant. What led you to make the decision to start with Golden?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the culture that we've set here. You know, if you play well, you know, you have opportunity to keep playing. So circumstances opened the door for Durant. He had a fantastic game. I think he had another fantastic game now. I think teams that want to come and press us man-to-man, he's got a special quality with his composure, his range of passing, and his ability to help us solve that puzzle pretty calmly. At the end of the day, though, Pablo is still a top goalkeeper, and he's going to be fighting. And for us, one of our values is to embrace competition. So we want to be in the high-pressure moments competing against the best, but also within our environment, we love it when other guys are stepping up, because it means that now you got to outdo somebody who's doing really good. And that healthy embracing of competition is only going to lead to the team being stronger and the squad being bigger.
And then also Dreyer becomes the second fastest in MLS history to get 20 goals, 20 assists. Why has he been the perfect piece for this team?
I've said it before, as first and foremost, it's his character. It's who he is, who he wants to be in the locker room, what type of teammate he wants to be for the team, for his team, how he trains. His trainings in these recent weeks have been just absolutely phenomenal. Like a guy who's playing a final during the training sessions, you know, and then of course he has talent. He has tremendous talent to find spaces, to do things with the ball, to deliver final passes, to find the goal. He's just an incredibly talented player who gives everything for his teammates.
Hi, good afternoon. How important it is to get these back-to-back wins, considering how tight the schedule started and how demanding the games are being against the Mexican teams with the upcoming game against Toluca.
Yeah, the most important thing is to have these type of performances, you know, because if we would have had the same performance tonight, but the goals didn't go in, or we got unlucky and we conceded, I would still be sitting here saying we're building the right foundation. And then of course, on top of that, then when you get the results also and you get a strong start, it's the possibility for momentum to develop. And now it's our job to ride this momentum and push it as far as we can.
Back here.
Congrats, Mike. I know you anticipated the league would be adjusting in year two. Has there been anything you've noticed in the first two matches that specifically stands out?
So far, both opponents played us the way that I think both opponents are going to play the whole year. With Montreal being a man-marking team, and then St. Louis being a team that will man-mark on your goal kicks, but then go more into a zonal. So, but we also knew that's a trend in football a little bit to on goal kicks go man for man against teams that are good at or try to play through, right? So a little bit, yes and no, but I think the course of time is going to see more clearly the trends that are going to emerge against us.
Has there been an emphasis in getting off to a fast start this year, especially with the way the schedule condenses in the second half when you guys come back from the...
Yeah, I think when on day one of both preseasons, we tell the guys, first and foremost, we're here to win. How we win and who we win with matters. I think right away we set the tone that fast starts are always something that we want because we want to be a club that plays the game with initiative, but we also want to take the season on with initiative. Thank you.
Hi, Mikey. Congrats on the win. What can you tell us about the backline, specifically the fullbacks? Kieran Sargent getting his second MLS start, having a great game, and then Luka, just being able to adjust to the right side of the field so easily.
Yeah, I think it's again a great example of the squad getting bigger. Kieran now, you can see that he's playing at a very, very good level, considering these are his first two games at the MLS level. Bombino showing that he's got that versatility to play on the right side and still get into really interesting attacking positions. Of course, this is a circumstance because we don't have a right fullback that's fully fit yet and in rhythm. But again, that competition is going to be good for us because now we're going to have all our right-footed fullbacks coming back at some point and wanting to push the limits for them as well. And then the back line, I should have mentioned this right off the bat, but when you have a clean sheet, you always have a chance of winning the game, and it's so important. Just this fireman mentality that we're demonstrating. I think this clearance from Kieran off the line is absolutely unbelievable. Manu helping us defend into the depth. And then there's a couple plays in transition that Chris makes that I think are just of the highest level that there is. So that mentality. And then what I would say is what's really important, though, is it's not just on the back line of the goalkeeper, right? You can see the whole team believes in getting back and helping each other out. And that going shoulder to shoulder with each other into the tough moments is what it's all about.
Spanish questions next.
Buenas noches, profe. Dos cosas. Primero, si nos puede valorar un poquito lo que es esta segunda victoria, qué significa para lo que está dejando el equipo de constancia en mantenerse en un buen momento y tener 3 partidos en los próximos 15 días. Yo sé que siempre va juego a juego, pero cuando hay un espacio tan corto, obviamente se ocupa más en dosificar o en tener el equipo listo para eso.
Sí, hemos dicho que el año pasado hemos formado un base muy importante para el club, pero ese base todavía es muy nuevo. Entonces hay que seguir puliendo, hay que seguir trabajando y los chicos están mostrando que tienen esa mentalidad de ser incansables. Y yo creo por eso hemos arrancado bien para empezar esta temporada y yo creo es muy importante porque manda mensaje, ojalá, a todo San Diego, todo Tijuana, que estamos acá de verdad, estamos acá para trabajar de verdad, desde ahora hasta el fin. Y así vamos a desarrollar un proyecto especial. Y yo he dicho que este club va a ser un gigante, sí o sí. Ojalá estoy acá. Pero este club va a ser un gigante y nosotros estamos tratando de formar ese base para que sea eso. Y yo diría que obviamente muchos partidos en pocos días. Lo más importante es saber que tenemos un plantel grande, una plantilla grande con muchos jugadores que podemos usar porque no podemos arrancar con los mismos 14 por tanto partido seguido. Entonces vamos a tener que mostrar que tenemos esa posibilidad de jugar con otros jugadores también.
¿Alguna otra pregunta en español?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches, Said Rodríguez de Posta Deportes. Me llamó poderosamente la atención hoy en sus defensas muy jóvenes, cómo ha sido trabajar también con ellos, considerando que son 2 partidos de inicio que no han permitido gol y que estamos hablando de defensas muy jóvenes. Nosotros que estamos en México la mayor parte del tiempo no estamos tan acostumbrados a esa confianza en los juveniles. Y también una segunda pregunta, ¿hay algún torneo, o sea, la CONCACAF Champions League es un torneo que quieren ganar, que podrían priorizar sobre este inicio de temporada en la MLS? Muchas gracias.
No vamos a priorizar ninguna porque hay que competir en los dos, porque estamos acá para ganar. Entonces eso significa que vamos a tener que tener una plantilla grande y amplio para competir en los dos, porque cuando hacemos rotaciones igualmente tenemos que salir a jugar nuestro fútbol y ganar los partidos. Y sobre los juveniles, es dentro de nuestro ADN. Nosotros creemos en los jóvenes que tienen carácter, que tienen talento y que están motivados. Y es nuestra filosofía que estos jóvenes siempre te van a sorprender cuando le das la oportunidad. Pero esa oportunidad tiene que venir con mucha confianza, que estás ahí para que ellos puedan rendir. No tirarlo a la pileta solo para ver si nadan o no. No, pero tener un entorno que les ayuda en creer en ellos mismos, pero estar muy claro en qué estamos pidiendo al nivel de fútbol, para que puedan salir y jugar con mucha intensidad y mostrar su calidad. Y eso forma parte de nuestro ADN.
Última pregunta, adelante.
Felicidades por la victoria. Buenas noches. En ambos partidos han ido primero en el marcador y he escuchado decir que se trabaja mejor ganando. ¿Sientes que ha sido así? ¿O cuando el equipo contrario se empieza a echar para atrás, se pone un poco más complejo el partido?
Yo creo que son situaciones diferentes, pero es difícil analizar esa pregunta porque nosotros pensamos en marcar el gol. Si tenemos 3, queremos 4. Si tenemos 4, queremos 5. Y si tenemos 0, queremos el primero. Y tenemos esa misma mentalidad cuando vamos ganando y cuando vamos perdiendo. Entonces, si estamos ganando 3-0, queremos el 4-0. Pero si vamos perdiendo 0-3, vamos a querer el 1-3. Porque nosotros tenemos este pensamiento que podemos dar vuelta al partido. Pero lo que sí puedo decir es que sí, usualmente en casa, si marcas el primer gol, el rival tiene que salir un poquito más. Y si ellos marcan el primer gol, obviamente se van a tirar para atrás. Pero nuestra mentalidad sigue lo mismo siempre.
Y este equipo, ¿cuántos partidos más crees que pueda seguir ganando consecutivamente? ¿Qué tan difícil es?
No, lo más importante es cuántos días podemos llegar al complejo con la misma mentalidad para preparar a full. Desde el momento que salimos del auto hasta que volvemos a nuestro auto para ir a casa a dormir con nuestras familias, ¿cómo podemos llegar todos los días y dar todo para preparar un partido donde tenemos las posibilidades de ganar? Y yo creo que esa es la pregunta más importante para nosotros. Si podemos mostrar esa mentalidad incansable de verdad, día tras día, semana tras semana, mes tras mes, con 2 torneos. Y yo creo que tenemos los hombres en este vestuario para hacerlo.
Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you. How's your daughter?
Good.